up, Randy Bo? What's up, Bella Garcia? What's up, Memphis T? Catherine Powell? What's up, Tracy? What's up? How are you all doing today? I hope you're doing well. Today was a very, very interesting day. Um, People are kind of upset, which they can be. But my title is very real. With friends like y'all who need enemies. And you're not even a friend to yourself. And this is why I say there are no friends on YouTube. This is why I don't care what people say about me on YouTube because A, they're not friends, they're not family, they are not co-workers. We are subcontractors. So today, you all, I was going to talk about the town hall and what was said. I was on this morning and immediately my vlogcast was interrupted because someone said they had something important to tell me. I dropped the link and Brian came on. Brian was showing us where homework guy, who was his friend, got a hammer and actually shattered his back windshield. Brian was upset. He was angry. He said that some things had happened. He didn't go into detail. This was around 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning that this happened. And he was telling me. We were asking questions, so on and so forth. Okay? Then Brian wants to turn around and start talking about something that Sundown said. At this particular point, I'm really not interested in that. I do have a meeting. And let me say this to you all. I've said it numerous times, and I'm going to say it this time because I don't think Brian really comprehends. I think he hears what he wants to hear. I said, don't send me anything about somebody talking about me because I can find that on my own. I don't need you to find that for me. Give me news that I can use. I've always said that. I've always said that. I've been very clear on that. But Brian is so pressed about what Stumpdown said about me, and he was just chomping at the bit because that's who he is. And I'm like, I don't really care. Because what that man is saying about me is on YouTube. As far as I'm concerned, you haven't seen my body recently, and neither has he. Because I don't sleep with y'all, and quite frankly, I don't care what you think about my body. Because again, all of this stuff is virtual, right? That's all this is to me. But your situation, Brian, was a serious situation where somebody, for some reason, was angry at you, whether it was on him or you or both of you all. Somebody did something to that man to make him so angry that he would bust the back of your windshield. And he walked away. Now, a logical person would have said, well, I need to call the cops because I need to file a report. Not only because this was a criminal act, this is a property damage situation, also someone has to be responsible to pay for this. And it shouldn't be me because I didn't do this. Now, according to Brian, he and homework guy went to the beach in the wee hours of the morning. They went to a part of Galveston where I guess it was private and it was secluded, where you can just think and listen to the ocean and look at the stars. Somewhere along the way, something happened. I don't know if it was physical. I don't know if it was verbal. I don't know if it's a combination of both. But we do know that somebody was not happy with a situation and felt either disrespected or angry or embarrassed. We don't know. But what we do know, that it caused that person to lash out to the point where they got a hammer out of your trunk while you were changing, because I guess y'all had sand everywhere. Girl, it was sand everywhere, according to him. Girl, youngster, I'm only telling the story that he told. But it was sand everywhere, and Brian was changing, and he did not recognize that homework guy got in the trunk, found the hammer, and busted his windshield, the back portion of it. No phone calls to the cops because Brian said he does not want to put a black man in jail. Okay. Now, you can't get mad at me because you brought that story to me, knowing what environment YouTube is, and I'm not going to talk about it. I don't have to agree with you. You didn't call the cops on the man. You got in your car. I don't know if you went to a store or you stopped somewhere, and I guess somebody saw the damage on your car, and they gave you a card and said they could fix it for $195. That's what you said. Now, you can't be mad because people are speculating. You cannot be mad because people are adding their imagination to this very complex, very confusing story that you told. You can't be mad. People say something ain't clean in the milk. It is what it is. But you talking about my body and what Stump Down said ain't fixing your back rear view window. Because that was real, Brian. That was real. See, this stuff that you talking about, this stuff don't bother me. Because at the end of the day, this ain't real to me. But what you dealt with is real. See, as long as my partner likes what he got, and as long as I like what I got, what you think don't really matter. Now, it matters to you because you're really butthurt when people talk or say something that is not congruent with what you feel that it should be. But that's your problem, Brian, because you talk too much. You share too much of your information. Now, am I messy? Yes. But if you put it out, we're going to talk about it. Nobody doxed you. Nobody went and found this. There was no secret camera in your car. You brought this to us. I'm trying to make sense now. So I am finishing my lunch, and me and Brian had something to say. He has a lot to say. Nothing valid. Everything is the same old stuff. Stump Down did this. You won't get his energy to Stump Down, and da da da. Because Brian, that's what you want. That's what you want. But yet you didn't give that energy to that man when he walked away from your busted window. You didn't give that energy to him, which is real life. See, you talking about virtual stuff, which I make a choice whether I want to deal with it or not. But this was right in your face. And if this man is mad as he said he is, or you think he is, you may or may not get that money. We'll see. We will see. So it did end there. Then you have another busted brick. Fighting that brick. Here comes Castro. He got something to say. He got something to share. Well, Castro told all of those people that Tommy went to the police station and he said, the reason why I went to this man's house is because he may have the house in Virginia and not told me that he had it. Now, Castro got to go to the health department. Honey, let me tell y'all something. You all are your own worst enemies. It ain't Jay Wilson. It ain't Stump Down. It ain't Mother. It ain't Yolanda. It's you. And I am not taking a receipt for something that I did not purchase. Brian, you are your own worst enemy. And this is why you can't be a friend to Ro, because you can't be a friend to yourself. You hurt you. Lord, deliver me, because all I seem to do is hurt me. Baby, you need to go ahead and listen to that song, because that's what y'all do. You all need to be delivered from you, not the devil, not the YouTube streets, not the beef sector, not Stump Down, not baby. You need to be delivered from you. Here comes Castro. I'm like, dude, really? Really? Is this what y'all doing? And with friends like y'all, who needs enemies? It ain't no friends on YouTube. I'm 1099. I don't apologize for not caring. I think that's part of this Gen X thing, because we just don't care. We just come to make our money and move on. We don't care about all of this minutia and what people think about us. We never been that way. We ain't that kind of generation. We just not. We see bullshit a mile away. We see when somebody is trying to set us up. We see when somebody is trying to pitch us a line, and we ain't going for it. You threw out some bait, and you thought I was going to bite your bait because you talking about Stump Down and what Stump Down said and did, because you feel some kind of way. Oh, he read you. Okay. It ain't going to stop me from being with who I love. It's not going to stop me from coming on camera. But yet, you tried to throw that bait. You think you slick. I saw it. I saw you from the jump. I saw it when you started. You started with something. Ooh, he said, and then this is how messy you are. You screen recorded it and thought I was going to look at it. Oh, hell no. Because like I said, if I wanted to know what he said, I could have easily went over there and looked at it. See, that's your problem. You are so concerned with what people say, you let it get in your spirit and you marinate on it and you get upset. I don't do that. And yes, people do send me information, but it's very specific. I don't need anything talking about me, because I know how to find it. It's not very hard to find who don't like you, Brian. They just had a town hall about me. So again, that's not very hard. But again, you are not living in reality. A whole man just vandalized your property, just ruined your property. And then you call your sister, and she tells you the same thing that I told you. And what did you do? So I pray to God that the man fix your window, your back window correctly, with the correct seals and all the stuff that you're going to need when you have that defrosted, because there are some very sensitive instruments in that glass. And you just can't plop any kind of glass up there. That's why I was like, well, what? Because, baby, if you don't have the right kind of glass, you going to know about it. That's all I'm going to say about that. But you can't tell nobody nothing. And then here come Castro with that story. I'm like, OMG. Castro, Brian, Tommy, and Rico, they do the same shit. They overshare. And then when it's not congruent with their story, or when they don't garner sympathy, or some people say, I don't believe you, and they really are critical and provide feedback that may not be what they want, they get upset. But yet, they bringing it out. You feed the streets. So if you feed the streets this, then why do you expect something different? And so, again, you're trying to deflect off the fact that that man just broke your window. And this is not the first time he has done something that was a little bit off, like knocking at your door, not leaving with the music up. And y'all thought Brian was playing. Oh no, Brian wasn't playing. Brian was not going to open that door for that man. Just like Brian was not going to chase that man down. Now, he got all big and bad once the man had walked away. Talking about something, I should go run him over. Child, you ain't doing nothing, because if that was the case, you would have done it already. All of this afterthought. I mean, understandable. And, you know, this is why I was telling him stop reading the chat, because I knew the chat was going to make him upset. It doesn't take much. But let me make it very clear to you. All of that stuff you're saying about me don't affect me not one bit. All of this stuff, I'm down said this, don't affect me one bit. This ain't the first time he said something cross, and it won't be the last time. But I see what you tried to do, and it didn't work. Because I see you. Just like I see Tulsa and all of these people, I see you. And as soon as you do something to Tulsa, she'll be talking about you too. It is what it is. And I'm not trying to be shady against Tulsa. That's who Tulsa is. So I'm not mad at it. And Castro, again, you done put some stuff out there again. It was bad enough that we had to see you get DV'd. Now, you put that out. I'm like, oh my God, who needs enemies? Y'all your own worst enemy. I mean, really though? Y'all your own worst enemy. And then this is why I would never want to be in a relationship. And I'm not talking about romantic. I'm talking about friendship. I would dare not. Because I see how you take care of you. You don't even have enough respect and dignity for you. Something wrong with you. I had a mother and a father. And we are a loving family. But do not conflate being wise and knowing the belly of the beast and how to stay out of it with caring and concern. Because I don't need validation and I don't need anything from the folk on YouTube. I come to entertain. And I get my validation when I get my assets checked on the 21st. Some is not right. I mean, these people, let me tell you something. When that boy went to that doctor and that doctor started calling off the maladies and those medical things and those diagnoses, I'm like, I know you don't have this camera on. Oh my God, they have HIPAA for a reason. Jay Wilson is helping somebody. Baby, no. Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. Y'all know what it's given. And y'all sit there and press that, and then y'all want to call me messy. Now, don't get me wrong. I am going to talk about what I'm going to talk about. But I'm not one person who's not going to try to give you a hand up. Don't put that knife in your hand. Clean your house up. What you did can get you put away. And then this person showed the police what he was doing and got locked up. Then you got somebody, child, provoking folk to come over, telling people to pull up. The person pulled up. And instead of going in the house and calling the cops, baby, no, we going to go on over there in their face. And then next thing you know, baby, all we saw was the blood came streaming down. Okay? People drunk. You can't tell. Both sides. Can't tell that person nothing. Can't tell the person who drove up nothing. Been telling them. Shamar had that conversation. Go to the hospital. Go to the hospital. Now you're going to have to go to the hospital. Now you're going to have to go to the hospital. My God, today. You your own worst enemy. You can't blame nobody. Stop trying to blame Yolanda. Stop trying to blame. This is y'all. This is y'all. I got some breaking news. So he said he went over there because now that would have been enough right there. I would have been like, oh, okay. But no. Now you gonna tell that you gotta go to the health department. Child. I'm like, baby. I said, please put a fork in me because I believe I'm done. I'm like, baby, these busted bricks, they don't read the room. They don't know, they overshare. Then they wanna sing mournful songs when you talk about it and talk about how bad and how you bullying them and I'm like, girl, you sitting up on here giving these people all of the 411 and then giving them, you don't ever share. Well, hell, first of all, my life is not as colorful and as, I don't have an adventurous life like y'all. But let me tell you this. Baby, if I pooed it, I ain't even telling y'all. Okay? Unless I want you to know. I don't know nothing about no crowdfunding. Baby, these girls be making it up as they go. And I can't even tell you about it. Maybe they know more than me than I know about me, according to these people. So I just wanted to really be clear with that. With friends like you all, who needs enemies? Y'all ain't even friends to your own self. Let me see what y'all saying. Just Sheila, girl, I'm telling you, it's a mess. 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 And then they want to blame everybody. I didn't tell that man to bust up your windows. I don't know what he did or what you did, but something happened that somebody got an urge to bust some windows. Girl, I was like, oh my God, did he just tell that man that? And I was really laughing at Brian because he really thinks he's hurt me. I know that gotta hurt you. No, that shit hurts you. Again, I don't let virtual stuff and people who don't have any bearing in my life whatsoever do that. Maybe number one, I'm Gen X. Number two, I'm an Aries. And I'm not wired that way. I'm not wired to care. I care when it needs to be given. I care when I need to be. But when I see BS, when I see foolishness, when I see people continuing to come on and do what they need to do because they think they are turning it, not realizing that they are making themselves look really bad, I just let them do it. And I don't have a care in the world because obviously if you don't care about yourself, then why in the hell should I? I do care about you when I tell you and give you valid, solid suggestions. You think you somebody daddy, you think you some judge telling everybody no, you don't have to follow that advice. You don't. But let it be a record. I'm saying that. And baby, let the record show that Jay Wilson said, I think you ought to call the cops because not only did this person violate your personal property, but now somebody's going to have to pay for this damage. And if something comes down the line or something is not right in your car, now you have a police report. No, you don't want to do it. Your sister even recommended it. I haven't been proven wrong yet. My track record, read you, has been almost 99.9%. Go get a lawyer. Oh no, this insurance money paying me every time I do this. Well, yeah, it's like Aflac. They're supposed to do that. And you don't want to follow the lawyer's instructions. You're going to try to go ahead and get on nasty piece of, I need cash now settlement. 777 cash now. 777 cash now. Okay? Because you ain't listening to the lawyer. Maybe you act like you studied at Matlock School of Law. Okay? Like you studied at Perry Mason Law of Coastal Science. Okay? Like you done studied at Colombo Private Detective School. Okay? I mean, I ain't trying to cap down your Lone Star Community College degree. But baby, people know. And you'll be right back in the same situation again. Brian, stay in the hospital. No, I ain't gonna stay in the hospital. Ain't all out before you even get it. And Jay Dunn told that. Water coming all in your house. You didn't want to tell it. Then the next thing you know, you're in another situation. And then you always want to speak death on somebody. You always want to speak, but yet you the one always in the hospital. Again, Brian, I mean, you know, and I'm not, look, it's you. You your own worst enemy. Like Leandra Johnson say, Lord, deliver me, because all I seem to do is hurt me. And that seems like all you seem to do is hurt you. You knew that man went unstable. You knew that man felt some kind of way about you. You've seen the signs that man could really show out and show up. For the mere fact he was knocking on your door and had that music blaring that day, proved to me that this man will go above and beyond to get your attention. Well, I guess he got your attention, and it's going to get even more expensive if you don't handle it. But because you didn't do it, pulling the Castro, now he feels enabled and empowered to do something even more. All right. So anyway, y'all, that's all I really had to say. I'm not upset. Thumb down, Hershey. And Hershey, I'm not saying we in a fight, Hershey, but I'm saying Hershey, Queen Tulsa, Queen Anne, Queen Elizabeth, Queen Victoria. Maybe they can say whatever they want to. Just keep it on YouTube. Be angry but sin not. That's the Bible. You worried about them people. Ooh, I wish you could have heard what Tom Down said about you. Okay. All right. All right. But I wish you would have done something about that man who busted your window, which is real life stuff. You are so focused on this virtual stuff that you are failing at your real life to the point. Have y'all ever had a friend that bust y'all window? Have y'all ever had a friend that got so mad at you, got a hammer and busted y'all window? Okay, how many of y'all had a friend that busted y'all window? I know people that had jilted lovers, jealous people, busting windows. But how many of y'all, by the number one, had somebody to bust your window and they're a friend, and y'all just friends, and they just felt like busting your window? The story don't even sound right. The story has many missing parts. That's all I'm saying. People just don't bust your window unless they have a reason to bust your window. And I'm not saying that man is right or wrong, but something provoked him. Something triggered him to get that hammer, look at your back window, and maybe he left no crumbs and busted wide open. Okay. Girl, I can't. It's supposed to rain today too. Girl, it's already cloudy skies, girl. I don't know if it's raining in Houston or not. Girl, it's supposed to rain. And you got busted out windows. And then Brian gonna talk about something. He's gonna bust that man stuff. I said he'll call the police on you. And then I heard he got a little real about Mississippi and keying cars and stuff. Baby, this is high school shit. This is stuff that teenagers do. This is stuff that people do who live in the poking beans or something. Okay? All right. I'm like, who these people? Who these people? Girl, it's raining in Houston. See? Baby, he bust that one at the wrong time. Okay? I'm just saying. And I'm not trying to make light at nobody. I'm just being real. Y'all are your own worst enemy. Stop blaming everybody for your stuff. I went at the beach. I didn't tell y'all to go ride at the beach at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning. Jay Wilson didn't get up at 4 o'clock and call Brian and say, Brian, go get homework and y'all go to the beach. I ain't do that. I didn't say y'all go to it and just sit on in the sand and get all dirty. Okay? And then I ain't hear no water running. It's just a mess. It's a hot mess. It's a hot mess. And then they want to blame everybody. And I'm like, well, nobody didn't tell you to do that. That man got a good job. Well, he didn't think too much about that job when he busted your window. And if he got a good job and he risking all of that, then you must have really pissed him off. Let me tell you something, Catherine. I helped a lot of people. People are people. Baby, the only person you can trust is God. Okay? Trust God. Don't even trust me. Trust God. Okay? You put your trust in man, and man will fail you. Even at their best, they will fail you. This is why I don't get mad at these people. Let these people do what they want to do. As long as it's not hurt me from making my money, I'm all right. Long as people ain't stepping over the law, I'm okay. Y'all are more concerned about that man and what he said than I am. Do I look concerned? Do you see me trying to get up in my car and go somewhere? Do you see me losing sleep about that? Y'all need to use some wisdom. Y'all need to use some wisdom. Has it ever occurred to you all that people want to fight? Have it ever occurred to you all that people do this kind of stuff? Now, I tell you what, people can say what they want to, but they're going to stay in their neighborhood. They're not going to knock on my door. See, you can do whatever you want and say whatever you want on your YouTube apparatus. as long as you don't break the law. And that's all I'm going to say. See, y'all, that's why I'm laughing at Brian. You really think that this stuff is hurting me, baby? Absolutely not. And look, I didn't have to talk about your face. I didn't have to talk about your body. I didn't have to talk about none of those things. All I had to do is talk about the truth and what you share and what we have observed. Didn't have to go in and say, ooh, somebody said this and that. I didn't have to go into that. Didn't have to go into that, not one bit. All I had to do was just tell the story. Because, honey, the story is a read enough. What you went through, and I wouldn't have came, now, I don't know about y'all, but I'm not going to come up here and tell somebody a man done busted my window. First of all, what kind of friend is that? What kind of people are you hanging with? Okay? And what kind of conversations are you having? And what have you promised that man that you didn't deliver on? Or what does that man think he should get or what he deserves? Because you are so quick to cut Mississippi off, but yet keep this man and hanging on. You don't want that from him. But you cut Mississippi off, but you'll keep this man and keep this man hanging on. And I just find the irony just glaring and glaring. But why keep on being with him if you don't want nothing and we ain't seeing the same thing? And what are we doing? Well, what are you and homework doing? Because obviously homework wants something and you want something, but yet you still with homework. So why don't you leave homework? Now, after that man that knocked on your door, played that loud music, and can y'all now look? Oh, I'm getting ready. Okay, I was talking to the spirit just spoke to me. Oh, the spirit just spoke to me. Ooh, the spirit just spoke to me. Let me breathe. Let me breathe. The spirit just spoke to me. Now, why were you gonna call the police on homework man because he was knocking on your door and playing loud music? But not willing to call the cops on homework man and he done bust your window out. Did he not have a good job when he was knocking on your door? Did he not have a good job when he was playing that loud music? But you was ready to call the police there, right? But now, homework man done bust the hell out of your back window, and now you want to be the United Negro College for it, okay? You want to be peace for the nations now. But yet, a couple of weeks ago, you was about to call the cops. Had the phone in your hand. Oh, come on, Holy Spirit. Let me tell you something, baby. Baby, these girls playing too much. They're playing too much. You was going to call the police on them knocking on your door playing loud music. But now you done bust up your back window. Left no crumbs, honey. Bust that thing up. Okay? Didn't leave you not a chunk of glass. And now all of a sudden, well, I don't want that man to lose his job. But that was the same man who was knocking on your door. Child, I just can't. Y'all your own worst enemy. Oh, yeah, it's more to the story. It's more to the story. See, when Brown was in his house and the man was knocking on the door, he had the right. But something doesn't happen on that beach. Something doesn't happen on that beach that may implicate him. Now, it's only a speculation. It's only a hypothesis. But when you bring shit out like this, then people start forming their hypothesis. And you didn't tell your sister the whole story either. Baby, these girls are now well, honey. These busted bricks. Ooh, these beach cruising creatures at 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning at the beach. At the beach. And then talking about something you don't know. So I worked the late night shift. Well, you were working the late night shift that night, baby. Uh, you were looking at no ATM machines that night. I heard what Trump said. I heard what he said, and black people need to fight for that because now he's trying to be a revisionist, and now he's trying to change it. That's history. Black people, y'all need to be waking up. But anyway, I digress. You riding around with your window all busted up with plastic bags in the back, in the bike, but yet his car, it don't have no scratches on it. Don't have nothing on it. And all that man got to say is, I don't know what he's talking about because you ain't filed no report. So that man can say, I don't know what you're talking about. He's trying to blame me. I don't know what you're talking about. Are there any witnesses? Do you have any camera footage that he busted your window? See? Oh, we gonna see something. Oh, we gonna see something. He gonna pay for it. He would have cashed out. Oh, child. He would have cashed out you already. Did you get your money? Is he gonna send you $195? Oh, Lord. So anyway, I can't be mad because it ain't my car. But baby, with friends like y'all who need enemies, and y'all are your own worst enemy. No wonder you can't even be friends to yourself, much less anybody else. Honey, you got one, got a whole busted back window. Then you got the other one had a whole busted head. And now the man done said that he came over because you done gave him Sadia. And now you got to go and take a Sadia test. Honey, the girls ain't well. And he got on here, I got some breaking news. I'm like, dude, do you not realize what you just did? Nobody ain't stopped you. I would have been like, no, Castro, I don't think you might want to be talking about that. Baby, they let you sit right on up there. Talking about I'm exploiting somebody, baby. They let you sit right on up there and tell all your teeth. Uh, and y'all worried about your laundry and Stomp Down and all of these people, but y'all telling y'all own stuff. Y'all telling y'all own stuff. Y'all your own worst enemy. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up, Kim. Girl, these Gen Zs, these millennials, these are millennials, these are Gen Zs, and the other ones. Baby, these millennials and Gen Zs, girl, these ain't Gen X. Child, Gen X don't do stuff like this. This is definitely not a Gen X moment. This ain't a, baby, these ain't baby boomers, and these definitely ain't Gen X people. Baby, these are Gen Zs and these millennials, honey. Ooh, these girls born in the 80s and the 90s. Baby, let me tell you something. Tommy is getting ready to play this to the hill. I don't know if Tommy got a lawyer, and I don't know if that lawyer said, okay, look, you done hit him in the head, but you need to tell the police that he done gave you this. Child. Somebody done talk to somebody, baby. Somebody sounds like they got a whole game plan, and he go Castro gonna haul, baby, he done told all of it out. I'm like, dude, is you crazy? What's wrong with you? Girl, I'm just sitting here, I'm like, I know, and you want to help people, but the thing is, even if I told Castro he would have still done what he wanted to do because he don't even listen to his mama. And when your mama say you're drinking too much and stop all that drinking, and you fluff your mama off like she ain't nobody, baby, these girls don't listen. They don't listen to their own parents. They don't even have respect for their own parents. It was like rich man diamonds. Jesus cannot tell my brothers about hell. Jesus, look, Abraham, not Jesus, but Abraham said, look, if you didn't believe him, why if you didn't, why do you think they're gonna believe? That's Bible. That's Bible. That's Bible. But my thing is this: let the record show, be it resolved on 8/19/2025 that Jay Wilson said, please call the police and do a police report because I think it's gonna come back and bite him. I think it's gonna come back to bite him. I don't know why, but something in my spirit is trouble. Something in my spirit is trouble, and say that him not doing that police report is gonna bite him. Because I don't know why that man is gonna be defined about paying him some money. Baby, I don't know why. But I just think it's gonna backfire. I don't know. If that don't happen, that man ain't gonna put them windows in right. I'm like, and I ain't trying to speak nothing, but something in my spirit say, if you do things wrong, it's gonna end wrong. If you do things bootleg, it's gonna end bootleg. And somebody's trying to cover something up. This Castro thing, I don't know if Tommy got a lawyer or something, but something done happened. Notice that Tommy ain't been out. Tommy ain't say nothing. Tommy's been real quiet. And that's hard for Tommy to do. But somebody done sat down to him and said, you want to be Bubba's girlfriend? Okay, and I think somebody done scared Tommy straight. No pun intended. Girl, okay, let me tell you what the thing with Castro. So, Brian was mad at me, child. He was showing pictures and you know, because he hurt people. You know how that is. So Castro came up and said, I got some breaking news. So Castro said that Tommy told the police that he came over to his place because he believed that Castro gave him house in Virginia. And now Castro got to get a house in Virginia test. Girl, and Castro telling everybody this, child. I'm like sitting back like, girl, y'all your own worst. Don't blame Yolanda. Don't blame Jay Wilson. Don't blame Sundown. Nobody can tell you nothing. Don't blame Shamar. Huh? Don't blame Jakar. Don't blame nobody because nobody can't tell you nothing. You can't blame nobody. And then Brian tried to use this old simple trick. So Sundown said something about me. So he gonna tell me what Sundown said about me to get the heat off of his window being busted out. And I'm like, oh, that's virtual. Your window broke out in real time, boo. Okay, that's Sundown thing. Baby, you done took that thing out. You the one who recorded it. But your window busted out. You got plastic garbage bags. And it's raining in Houston. But you worried about what that man said about me. But you riding around without no bike window. Without no bike window. Bitch, you don't got no bike window. You worried about what's up down. But how you don't got no bike window. And then talking about something, I'm scared of stuff down. Baby, what am I supposed to do? He said something, okay. But you scared of that boy. But he done bust your whole window out. And you ain't tap him. You ain't say nothing. That boy walked away like a real OG. And you sat there and ain't do nothing about it. And the boy done got an Uber home. And you still sitting up there with the car, wondering what to do. And you talking about somebody scared somebody? Oh, I think you need to reevaluate your life because somebody walked away and you ain't do nothing. And then all of a sudden, then when you felt some kind of way, after the shit that happened, I feel like hitting them. I feel like going ahead and bitch, it's too late. Even if you want to hit him, I hope I got a lift. And I roll home. He probably took a bath, got that dirt and that sand off of him, and here you sitting up there with the car. Girl, you can't make this shit up. And talk about something you scared of stuck down, but you let that man bust your whole window out. Ma'am, I think your priorities are wrong. Okay. I was scared of somebody, but you let that man put his white hunky hands in your face twice and pop you. You let that man at that gym punk you, and you had a weapon. Girl, bye. Okay, you are the last person to be talking about somebody scared of somebody. Are you serious? It's the hoes who done been, baby, this ain't, oh my God, this ain't kissing. This is, we done synced it. You done told it. See, I don't have to lie, Rose, and do all them lies and stuff like y'all do. Because I see you. I see you. I see you. Girl, look. This is why I sit here and laugh. Because I'm like, baby, these girls are not well, honey. These busted bricks. Honey, not only is the back window busted, but honey, the bricks busted too. Lying on the beach at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, and you done said something to that man. That man done got pissed off and got that hammer and busted that window. Not busted the window, but busted that window. Girl. Mm-mm-mm. I mean, am I wrong? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Y'all own worst enemies. It's not Jay Wilson. It's y'all. Y'all are your own worst enemies. It ain't me. It ain't me. It's y'all. And y'all don't listen to nobody? Oh my God, baby. Always want to blame somebody. Baby, they clicked on my link. Okay, I want to ask a question. If you was here this morning, who clicked on my link? Did I tell Brian to click on my link? Did I say, Brian, come up here? For those people who saw what happened, could you please tell me what had happened? Can you please tell me what had happened? I need some witnesses. Can y'all please tell me what had happened? Can you please tell me? Because somebody got this story mixed up. Because somebody act like I jerked them up here. I pulled them up here. I was talking about something totally different. You're right. Now, did Brian tell Castro to click up on his link? Castro said, drop the link. I got some important news. I'm like, so I thought Castro was going to go in on me and say something. I'm like, okay, let's see what he got to say. Child, no. He done went in on himself. Girl, he up there trying to make Tommy look bad, but it make him look bad. Child, honey, baby, these girls ain't well. These girls ain't well. And let me say this. Simply Pink and Green, Ebony 757, Dr. LaShawn Root Brown, Uncle Claude, Victoria, Vivian Jennings, Reasoning is Key, Johnny Echo XO, Game Tight, MB, Sabrina T. I ain't mad at nobody. I'm having the time of my life. I don't care what these girls say about me. They don't put pictures of me. I'm eating up, honey. Do you hear me? I'm eating it up, baby. Goals. Baby, we make it, baby, we make a record. You ain't making no money, baby. Speak for yourself. Speak for yourself. Don't let no hoe speak for you who ain't counting your money. Okay? I put that banner up. Didn't I put that banner up? Because, baby, I want to know what he was about. What this? Baby, he had that car up. Come on, somebody. He had that car up before I had the banner up because I didn't know if he was trying to do something nefarious. But then I looked, I'm like, oh, that's busted glass. And then he told me, baby, and I showed the world because that's what he wanted. You right about that. I had my banner up, just Sheila. Baby, 3,000. He's 3,000. Can you tell me that? I hate him, but you always over here. I can't stand him, but you always over here. Girl. Honest roll, honest roll, honest roll, honest roll, 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 honest roll. I don't know honest roll. I'm not trying to mess up nobody's plans and stuff, but honest roll, you might need to think twice. Because honey, if people busting up people's windows, I don't know what can happen. I don't know honest roll. Honest roll, I think you might need to pass this. Because baby, it's showing some instability. Everywhere this boy goes, somebody doing something to him. But he's doing something to himself. I don't know honest roll. I don't know. Honest roll. I don't know honest roll. I'm sorry. Honest roll. I don't know honest roll. Honest roll, you might need to take a rain check. Or just see that's on your own. I don't know, honest bro, because baby, this is giving very unhinged, very not stable, very not making sense, very secretive. Okay, baby, everybody knows you're lying. Everybody knows something ain't right in this film. People keep on saying, "Well, why did he bust your window out for that?" It's a long story. Mm. I had time. Okay, I had time. And it don't make homework man look good. I mean bad. It makes you look bad because it makes like you did something or you provoked or triggered that man to do something. And I don't know if it's to make Rose think that these men are going crazy over you. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, it ain't making no sense. Bella Garcia, it ain't making no sense. But y'all who don't send me cash apps, I really appreciate y'all. But please direct the cash apps to Brian. Girl, because I don't know if that man gonna pay him his money back. I just don't know. And I don't think it's gonna end well. Something ain't right. Something is ruining my spirit. I can't call it for this Castro thing. Baby, that's a 50-50 right there. That's a 50-50 right there. Okay? But baby, hey, room shaker. Room shaker. Room shaker, have you been seeing all of these shenanigans that have been going on, room shaker? Have you been seeing these shenanigans, room shaker? Girl, the beef sector ain't dead. I'm so tired of people saying the beef sector dead. It's dead. The beef sector ain't dead. We just wait. We don't have to see the thing about the beef sector is maybe be patient. We'll let little stuff go by. But honey, we know that a big fish is getting ready to come. See, some other sectors, they want that instant stuff. They want that instant stuff. And it ain't worthwhile. But at the beef sector, we wait on it. 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 We wait on it. B sector, y'all ain't dead, B sector. And guess what? This don't have nothing to do with limits. Notice. Don't have nothing to do with limits. Girl, they talking about the limit thing. And I'm like, who is these people? See, I can't follow them stories because, honey, it's covered with too many foreign people. It's too many people from different countries. So I don't know these people. They ain't been in the neighborhood good. Honey, I know these birds. Honey, I know these people here. Oh, I know these people real. These are the people right here. Oh, I know these people. Oh, yes. The bee sector ain't dead. Do we have a little lull? Yeah. But the bee sector ain't dead. Honey, the bee sector ain't even stingy. If you give them some good entertainment, honey, they'll bless you. A lot of y'all ain't, honey, child, let me tell you, the bee sector will bless you if you give them good entertainment. It ain't dead. So anyway, y'all, I just wanted to come up here to let y'all know I'm not mad. Baby, last I checked, my windshield and my window still intact. I don't have no busted glass or nothing like that. Child, one person don't make this sex, you know it. They're having a whole discussion on what Lemon did last night, a whole panel without Lemon. Child, I'm so tired of that. I'm just tired of that. You can't be mad at Lemon. But let me say this. There is life after Lemon. There was life before Lemon. And baby, as you can see, honey, sex on the beach. Sex on the beach. Baby, sex on the beach is giving life, okay? Busted, busted windshield and busted brick is giving me everything, okay? Girl, but I'm gonna tell y'all what, I do think Tommy got a lawyer. Something is different. There's a shift in the atmosphere. Baby, I ain't seen Tommy, Castro over here singing and making Alfredo of different noodles. Honey, baby, I saw ramen. Girl, I saw egg noodles. Girl, I saw rice noodles. Girl, I saw tortellini. Girl, I saw bow tie. Girl, he had every pasta in there, and I ain't seen nothing white. I'm like, that's the clearest white Alfredo sauce I ever saw. Girl, I said, please do not. Girl, don't let them cut your SNAP benefits. Honey! But it's gonna last. I hope you put some seasoning in there. Girl, it was so many noodles in there. Bitch, it was a parade of noodles, honey. It was noodle palooza. I'm like, what in the hell? Baby, it was so many noodles in there. I'm like, okay. It was noodle palooza. Girl, it's look, I ain't going there. I ain't going there. I ain't going there. I mean, as long as he got something in his belly. You see him cook that damn chicken before cleaning it, straight freezer out of the pipe. Girl, let me keep my mouth shut. This is why I don't eat from everybody doing them potlucks. Mm-mm. Girl, you be like, why am I feeling like I got salmonella poison? Okay, you got one chick washing the chicken and Dawn. I'm like, was this chicken in the Exxon Valdez? Okay, was it in the Gulf? Girl, I mean, you had like that chicken was in an oil spill. She cleaning it with Dawn. All she had to do is clean that thing with water. And now you got one who's just throwing it straight in the pot out the pipe. Full of salmonella. Salmonella all on your noodles. Girl, you wonder why your boo boo is. Girl, don't even get there. That's why that boo boo was on that towel. Because baby, it might have been salmonella poison. People ain't cleaning that chicken right. Girl, don't get me started. Why are y'all having me do this today? I'm not trying to do these people. But baby, these people, their own worst enemy. They are their own worst enemy. Okay, with friends like them, who needs enemies? They are their own worst enemy. They can't be a friend to nobody because they ain't a friend to themselves. They ain't a friend to themselves. Baby, they just doing stuff that is just not good. It's just not good. It's just not good. Oh my God. What y'all got to say? Look. Now, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. Now, if I'm wrong, please tell me. Please tell me. You know, I ain't mad. I might not agree with you, but baby, I don't think I'm wrong tonight. Baby, these girls are just doing too much, honey. They breaking their own HIPAA laws. They breaking their own FERPA laws, honey. FERPA and HIPAA. Girl, the girls are doing too much. Pastor Brian lied before Tommy went to jail. Castro had admitted that he had girl, and then they want to blame me. And again, here go these girls trying to do the pile on. Baby, you can't blame me because Tommy was on my platform and we wouldn't even talk about Castro. We was talking about Room Shaker and Uppity. And I was putting boots on the ground somewhere in Houston. So again, yeah. Let me say this too, since I'm on people. Uppity, please leave people alone. Uppity is trying to accuse that lady of being drunk. Baby, Uppity, I could see the frustration on that man's face. I know that man was saying, I wish I could kick her out tomorrow. Uppity girl, you ain't doing yourself no favors. Did y'all see Uppity taping these people at that apartment? Uppity went upstairs, came back down, and started messing with that lady. And that lady said, you are harassing me. You need to stop that. Why are you taping me? Stop harassing. Uppity said, you drunk. You are drunk. And I'm concerned about my safety. I'm like, Uppity, are you serious? And the lady said, how can you say I'm drunk? Prove that I'm drunk. And Uppity kept on. Uppity, baby, you going to run into somebody who ain't working at that apartment. And they going to have time. And let me say this. Girl, they going to knock them other teeth out. I'm just saying. Because you are really skating on thin ice, Uppity. I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't know if you drinking clapback. I don't know. Girl, I don't know what's going on. But something is really not right. That elevator is not going all the way up to the top. That lady she was frustrated. She was purely annoyed with you. And you kept bothering her after she said, leave her alone. God, it was terrible. It was terrible. It was terrible. It was terrible. People can't even do their job. And then, I would feel some kind of way, but you did that security guard the same way. You always fighting with people. And you want to blame the people in your building. I mean, something's wrong with you, girl. Please get yourself together. Baby, I ain't saying nothing. Keep my mouth shut, honey. But Castro, baby, hey, again, you trying to make Tommy look bad, but somewhere Tommy got a lawyer. Y'all, let me say this. Y'all can say what you want, but Tommy gonna be pleading crazy check of harassment, childhood trauma, drinking. Baby, Tommy, baby, let me tell you something. Anything that's gonna stick, Tommy gonna use. And baby, this is a tactic right here. This is a tactic. Oh, it's a tactic. Somebody done seen a lawyer. I don't know. But baby, hey, the atmosphere has shifted. Yeah. And I don't know how this gonna turn out. But baby, as Les Watkins say, it's getting worse and worse. And again, girls, y'all putting it out. Don't be getting mad at Jay Wilson because y'all putting it out. Y'all putting it out. It ain't like nobody doxed you. It ain't like nobody pulled your information. Honey, y'all freely giving this. Okay? Y'all freely giving this. I'm like, if these girls know what they're doing, do they really know what they're doing right now? Castro, do you have a lawyer? I think you might need to get one. I'm not lying. I think you might need to get one. Let me say this. I'm not saying Tommy is right or wrong because justice is going to have justice's way. And however that hammer falls, no pun intended, it's going to fall. But somebody got a lawyer, and somebody seems like they got a strategy. Maybe it's going to be on. That's all I can say. Mm-mm-mm. Baby, and again, these girls don't listen. Castro and Tommy, y'all don't put y'all parents through this. Y'all parents about my age, they too old to be going to, all they want to do is rest. Now, they done raised y'all. They had to go to the schools and get off work because y'all was acting crazy. They done did all of this, and now they got to do this. Girl, see, all right, don't need no lawyer. Okay. What you gonna do, pro se? You gonna do some pro se? Okay, you gonna do some pro se work? You gonna defend yourself? So these girls are not well. These girls are not well. They really need a mentor. But they don't even listen. No, that's the sad part about it. They don't even listen. That's the sad part about it, y'all. I gotta go to Petco and get my baby some food. Ooh, these girls don't even listen. And you all know that this further validates the Mississippi and the Roe situation because everybody's having a problem with Brian, but it's never Brian's fault. It's everybody else's fault. So this is going to be Homework Man's fault next. And I'm going to say this, Homework Man, you shouldn't have cracked that man, but if you ain't even cracked, you shouldn't have shattered that man's window like that. Now that was wrong. But you did it for a reason. And I want to know why. And see, again, people are skirting around this. They skirting around it, honey. It's like Donald Trump and Epstein. Honey, it's like the Epstein case. They skipping around and something done went down. Something done happened. I don't know if it was sex on the beach. I don't know if somebody had a fuzzy knife, but something done happened. All right, baby, I'm not under the weather. Girl, he ain't gonna tell that man. He ain't telling that man. He ain't telling that man. No, he ain't telling that man. No, baby, I'm not under the weather. I've been in a lot of meetings. I've been doing a lot of talking today. So I'm not under the weather, though. Thank you for asking. And it could be this thing. I am actually ordering a mic from Amazon. So, yeah. Oh, Jesus. So what is Bertha May talking about? Bertha May said them old women up there getting excited about lemon and they get ready to do something. Child, Bertha May ain't laying up. Baby, Bertha May is going to stay right there. Bertha May said, I ain't going nowhere. Ooh, it's getting ready to rain. Ooh, let me hear if we get over here. It's getting ready to rain. Girl, I hope Brian called right. It says raining in Houston. Girl, it says raining in Houston right now. And girl, it ain't cute getting rain. You don't have no bike window. Girl, you don't got no bike window. Oh my God. Don't have no bike window. Girl, okay, let me get on. Oh, Jesus, let me get on out the way, honey. Ooh, what are these people doing? Girl, what are these people doing? Okay, look, baby, you doing too much. I can't. Girl, you doing too much. You can't drive. Girl, ooh, these people in these Goodwill driver's license. Oh my God, all I'm trying to do is get to the Petco. And the girls act like they don't know how to drive. They act like they ain't never seen no steering wheel. Oh my God, they act like they don't know what a road look like. Oh, Jesus, help me, Jesus, help me, Jesus. Baby, I don't know. I don't know what they did, and I ain't trying to, I ain't trying to add nothing to it. But baby, something happened that man busted that window. He touched me. Oh, he touched me. And oh, the joy that flood my soul. Something, something happened. Now my window is busted out 'cause he touched me. Somebody got something, honey. Somebody got touched. Oh, don't get me the line. Well, whatever he said, well, I can't say it. Honey, that must have been some talk if somebody want to bust your windows out. Ooh, don't talk to me like that. Girl, I ain't never talked to somebody who they want to bust my windows out. I'm just, girl, I ain't trying to be messy, but baby, honey, these girls ain't well, honey. These girls is playing, honey. Honey, these busted bricks, the creatures. Hold on, baby, let me see if they got music.
Okay, you all, I'm back. I had to get Lyric some wet food, so I feed her wet and dry in the day, in the morning, and then her dry food at night. So I had to get her some wet food. So I had to make sure my baby she gotta eat. She gotta eat. So I'm making sure she eats. So I'm back. Oh Jesus. Oh, what's up, Barry? No, 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 no. The only reason why I went off you all is because they had music playing. They don't want to get a copyright strike. So I just turned my music off because PetSmart and Petco, they be having a lot of music playing. So I did not want to get a copyright strike. That's all. No, baby, I ain't getting no hot wings. There ain't no hot wings going on over here. I'm getting ready to head on home. That's about it. I had to get Lyric her food. So you all, it's a lot going on in these YouTube streets. But like I said, my title is what it is. I mean what it says. With friends like y'all who needs enemies, and y'all your own worst enemy. And that's why I know that you can't be a friend to nobody because you can't even be a friend to yourself. Did y'all not say, well, do I want to disclose this? Do I want to put this out here? I mean, did y'all think about this before y'all did this? Or you just said, well, I want to get clicks and views and so people can talk about it? I don't know. I don't know. But see, this is the kind of stuff you don't be sharing. I'm not gonna share that somebody done busted my window. Okay? I'm not sharing that. Uh-uh. Especially if it's a friend. First of all, girl, this is a friend and they busting your window. It just don't make no sense. It just don't make no sense. And then you over here telling everybody that somebody done told the cops that you ain't feeling too well and they want to go on here to test you. Girl, I'm like, honey, girl, these girls ain't well. Y'all be hustling backwards. I swear. I swear. And then y'all try to make other content creators fight because y'all feeling some kind of way. And I guess you want your lick back. But baby, I'm not dumb. I see through that mess. I see through that mess. Baby, this ain't the first time somebody done talked about me, and it won't be the last time somebody talks about me. Ain't nobody scared of nobody. Ain't nobody scared of nobody. You talking about something, ooh, and he reading you. I'm like, girl, whatever. The bottom line is nobody ain't busted my window out. Again, your priorities are in the wrong place. You feel bad because that man talk about you. I don't at all. Well, Bunky, hey, well, that could be the case. And if that's the case, then, but this is the thing, Bunky. When that man was knocking on that door and playing that music and Brian was threatening to call the cops then, baby, he was sure going to call the cops then. But he was adamant about calling the cops today. He should have left them then. I'm like, if that man keep on knocking on your door and playing all that music and Brian stayed right in that house, Brian didn't go confront that man and say, hey, don't be doing. No, he stayed right in that house and let that man bang on that door. And he was, girl, he was acting like a runaway slave, honey, like he was on the Underground Railroad, how he was acting. Okay, like that man was getting ready to go and take him back into 12 years a slave, honey, how he was acting. Didn't confront that man one time. So why you worried about me confronting Stump Down? You need to go confront Homework Man. Okay, did he not bust your stuff out and walk clean right away like an OG? And then your afterthought, ooh, I should have ran him over. You shoulda, coulda, woulda, and did. That would be give me. That would be give me. Yeah, everybody knows more to that story. And we may never know, but we know that there is more to this story. Somebody ain't being forthcoming. Okay, somebody ain't being very forthcoming. We need honest road analysis on this busted one. Child, I don't know if honest road. Somebody go get honest road. I don't know now. Now I'm calling honest road up here if he want to come up here. I ain't forcing nobody up here. But baby, I do want to hear honest road's opinion about this. Oh, I would love to hear honest road's opinion about that. I don't know if he here. Last time honest road was cutting some grass. Honest road was cutting grass. But baby, I do want to hear. I want to hear Honest Rose's opinion about all of this glass busting and all of um this other stuff. Baby, Honest Rose, where you at? Now, I am calling Honest Rose up. Now see, I can admit that. I ain't calling other people, but I am calling Honest Rose up because I think Honest Rose would have a good foresight and perception on this, being that he has talked to Brian on the phone. Yeah, everybody reading everybody, baby. You just gotta care. I don't care. See, that's my thing. Read, 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 read. I don't care. If I want to say something, I might say something. Nobody ain't scared of nobody. Girl, somebody done bust your car up in real life, done knocked on your door, and you ain't saying nothing. You hiding in the house. Then he done bust your window up and walked away like you did something to him. And you sitting up there gibbering, calling your sister. Okay, okay. Uh, Scared to call the police. That's why it's real fishy to me. 2 to 3 o'clock in the morning at the beach. You can tell when folk don't have to go to no work. Or they work may not, baby. I don't know if them girls are calling him steadily. I don't know, girl. I don't know if he out on FMLA or disability or what, girl. But honey, you know, people like they at Club Med, okay, eating them Subway sandwiches like, honey, that's all they got until the next week. So who am I, boo? Who am I? There's a lot going on. Okay. Yeah, that's what he's doing. And I don't care about that. And he can do that all he wants to. I see through that futile attempt. I see through it. I'm like, I see you. I said, I see you. I see what you're doing. You ain't smart like that. I see exactly what you're doing. Yeah, baby, lemon, honey, lemon. Did he speak to homework man after that window incident? We don't know. He said that man gonna refund his money back. I'm like, okay, we'll see. I tell you what, homework man ain't say nothing about that. He may not get that money, baby. He may not get that coin. He may not get that coin. He may not get it, honey. He may have to wait on that. Y'all think he gonna get his money? Baby, he know he gonna get that money. I'm like, okay, you don't got it yet. We'll see when you get it. The man already got. See, this is the thing. The man is. Man could say, I didn't break his window. You know that he could say, this man is trying to frame me. I mean, it's his word against his word. It's his word. It's words against words, baby. Again, no police report, no nothing. No police reports, no nothing. Just words against words. It's just, honey, these girls are not well. They ain't thinking. Mm-mm. They all at the beach, all at that time of night. Ooh. It's just like, ooh. I ain't never been to the beach at 2 o'clock in the morning with my friends. No, let me scratch that. We were on the beach, but we was at a club, and when it was 2 o'clock, we was leaving to go home because I was the designated driver. But baby, I wasn't at no beach, like on the beach. I was on the beach because there was a club on the beach, but not because I was at the beach. That's all I'm saying. Honey, these girls are not well, honey. Because it's a place, and even though it's private and it's them people's property, but they let people park over there. Oh, okay, it's not a public place. It's a little private, secluded spot. Seclusion. Yeah, I usually go to secluded places with my friends too, right? hmm He got a little mad and busted the window. Did. So I know his sister be talking. They be like, "Oh my God, y'all! You know, the boy done left the hospital. Now somebody done busted his window." Sorry, if it ain't the car accidents, it's the illnesses. If it ain't the illnesses, it's somebody busting his windows. Girl, I mean, it's just too much going on. He always got something going on. Just always got something going on. That's what be getting me. Ugh. Ooh, Lyric just tear me up. She always get in that grass and start rolling in that grass. She better go to the bathroom. Always rolling in that damn grass. Look at her trying to roll in the grass again. Always rolling in that damn grass. She gotta go. She's in the bathroom now. She using her bathroom. She using the potty. Good girl. Anyway, y'all, his homework, the plug, maybe Brian afraid to call Popo on something. Well, let me say this. Let me say this. Homework guy be bringing back party favors. He be bringing back weed and stuff. So, and Brian don't have to pay for his stuff. And when they go out to eat, homework guy be paying for it. Uh-huh. So homework guy be doing a whole lot. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, this is not made up. This is what he said. How many of y'all heard Brian say that homework guy be bringing special things back for him, and homework guy be paying for the meals? Am I lying? Now, I just want to make sure because I don't want to be misquoting nobody. But haven't y'all heard that? If you heard it, put a 1 in the room. If you heard it, put a 1. Now, if you heard it, put a 1 in the room. Demons, oh, go get Roe. See, I see one person, one. Bella Garcia, I've heard it. And I'm like, oh, you using this man. I'm not using him. Well, if you, and see, this is what happens, you all. Don't be playing with people's emotions. This man is being this man is a permanent lick, and I hate to call it that way, but baby, this man sounds like a permanent lick. And I think this man did some with Brian once, but Brian say he ain't never let that man do nothing else. But see, he don't let that man have a taste. And this man is buying things and doing things, and it's given very much prison with that commissary. You know, when somebody give you a honey bun and give you some ramen noodles, and then you got to pay them back. And baby, I think the pay up was last night. And when somebody didn't pay that commissary, somebody said, if you don't pay me my commissary, then I'm gonna take it one way or the other. And if you don't give me what I want, I'm gonna take what I want. And baby, somebody took that hammer and took hold to that windshield, the back part of it, and busted it on out. See, and again, we don't like to talk about that kind of stuff. Like you being negative. No, that man wanted his reward. He said, I done invested in this, and I want my return. Okay? I done invested in this, and I want my return. And I want my return. Thank you, Miss O. Girl, it's a mess out here. And let me say this, y'all. Y'all can't be messing with these people's emotions. Y'all can't be messing with these people's emotions and think y'all gonna get away with it. Honey, these people say, I got feelings. You are not gonna run all over my feelings and treat me like I am nothing. Honest Rose.
Hey, good evening, Pastor. Pastor, I was
Hold on,
over.
right back here.
Oh, sure. Hey, how y'all doing? What's up, everybody? Y'all, I've been at work all day today. I was I was getting it in, y'all. You know, with the new duties and responsibilities. I got to say, you know, even though my team is
Can you hear me
small,
now?
we do the best we can. Yes, Pastor.
Honest Rose. Have you seen all of this fool-la-la that has gone on? This fool-la-la that has been happening?
I heard about it on like where apparently, yeah. And I did see so a window was busted. It seems odd, Pastor. You know, I mean,
No,
it's
let
just
me
like
say this
wow.
now. People don't bust no window. People just don't bust no
No,
window. Now that window bust was real. People just don't bust no window, Ro. But Ro, somebody ain't being forthcoming. And Ro, I think Homework Man is a little upset because people don't bust windows if they happy. People don't bust windows. People bust windows when they mad and you done pissed them off. What do you think happened, Ro, in your opinion?
well, Pastor. I mean, honestly, the thing about it, Brian knows. You know, I'm treated, but he knows that the homework man liked him, and I just feel like that Brian, on a certain level, he used him in certain levels because a while back he should have like ended whatever it was because he said he was going to end the friendship. You know, that's what came out of his mouth. But then it seemed like he started getting gifts from homework guy, and he started saying, well, hey, I'm gonna just keep him around, you know, for um things that are materialistic. Like he was like, I'm gonna keep him around for that, even though he didn't like him. So it didn't. I found it very strange when he was apparently, you know, over there all night. So maybe the homework man is like toxic and crazy, but Brian should have known to like that. Okay, let me go ahead and end this. If it's becoming toxic, he should have ended it then. If
Bro,
that man was over his house all night long
bro,
or
you
knocking at
remember
his door,
you
that's
remember he
crazy.
was knocking at that door and he had all that music on? And
Yeah.
Brian was hell bent on calling the police from him on him then. But now this man done busted his window out and he's talking about, I'm not gonna call the police because y'all just want to see a black man. And I'm like, well, when you gonna call the police the last time he was with that music and stuff? Bro, something ain't right.
No, because I mean, it sounded to me, you know what? And I mean, he's not gonna like this, but it sounds like if the guy had hit him, he would have just let him hit him. I'm like, you going back into that route where you ready to get hit by a guy again? Because I mean, right there, knocking your windows out, and it seems like you don't want to harm him at all. You don't like what type of energy do you really have? I just don't. A lot of things I don't know, Pastor. I mean, like when I think about it, I haven't been in that type of situation before, but
Me either,
I
bro.
mean, it's
I
only
know
so much you
Brian is
can take. I
big,
don't
but
know
I knew he
what's
could have
going on
ran that
here.
man down. Because Brian was like, he was on the side of the car and the man was in the back of the car. Brian said he was changing clothes because there was a lot of sand on the clothes. I don't know how they got sand all up in the clothes, but maybe he said he had sand on his clothes, right? And so then all of a sudden the window was busted and the man was running. I'm like, now, Brian, I know you're a big boy, but you couldn't like do a quick sprint and grab him? Good. But I don't think he was gonna grab that man because I think that man would have punched him or did something. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It just ain't making sense to me, Ro. And then Ro, then Ro, not only that, then here come Castro on this channel. And did you hear what Castro had to say?
Not like about what actually.
About Tommy, he said that Tommy said he told the police that he went over there because Castro gave him something, and now they making Castro test to make sure he haven't given Tommy nothing.
Oh yeah, that's what was said beforehand. Yeah, they said that was the reason
Innocent,
that
innocent.
Tommy
Let me
went
say
over
this,
there.
innocent. I don't
Yeah.
talk about that lady. So innocent, don't bring that over here. I'm gonna put you in timeout. Innocent, I don't care what that lady has to say. I'm doing my show. She doing her show. Let her do her show. I don't care what she says. I don't care. Again, we doing my show over here. Don't be bringing me none of that mess. Go ahead. I mean, I wouldn't talk. I wasn't thinking about Fire when she came over here the last time, and I'm not thinking about her now. So why bring that over here? I could care less. Let her talk. I don't care. Hopefully she make her numbers too. Hopefully she can make a comeback. All right, go ahead, Ro.
Yeah, see, because lately, for some reason, Castro has been saying a lot of things, Pastor. Like, I'm not messing with Castro anymore at all. Like, cause he's been, like, I've been hearing that he's been like saying this about himself. Then he's been like really just like saying things that are, you know, I thought,
Like,
quite
like what?
serious. And
Like what?
I did hear that he was talking about his status. I heard that. I also heard he was talking about his mental capabilities, things like that. He was just like bringing on up here, and yeah, I guess I did hear Tommy heard that he caught hearings of that, and that's why he went over there and went ballistic and did what he did.
Mm,
That was a rumor that was going around. So
mm,
yeah, I
And you
mean.
and you heard how he came on to Shamar.
Yeah, very
Oh, right.
soon
It was
after
somebody. It
all
was.
of that ordeal. So it's just,
Yeah. Well, Ro, the title is with friends like y'all who need enemies, and y'all ain't even friends to y'allself because they're not. It's not. And Ro, I'm gonna tell you, I think you need to be very careful if you go to Seattle. I don't know, Ro. I don't know. Maybe you need to go to Portland, Oregon. I don't know. But be very careful when you go to Seattle. I don't know, Ro, because people are just no, Ro. And like I said, Ro, it's not you. It's Mississippi. Now it's homework guy. Now it was you. And it's like, do you get along with anybody? Have you been in a relationship, in a long term relationship with anybody? It's just like, oh my God. And then, I mean, somebody to bust your window. Ugh.
He said that Mississippi was a very uh basically, an attractive relationship, one of them type of relationships that you will want, even though, from outside of the abuse. He said, they were together for a while, they did things together. So when he just threw him away like that, so quickly all of a sudden, and didn't want to talk about it, it was just things that was left questioning. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and the homework guy, when I talked to him, he just
Mm-hmm.
didn't seem like a bad, like that type of dude. I mean, I know I don't know him, but only I knew him from what I talked to him. So this all of a sudden, I don't know. Brian wants to keep
But
certain things
did he
in the
seem like
dark.
a person? Did he seem, when you was talking to him? Did he seem like a person that would get a hammer and wail on somebody's back window?
No. And then
Mm.
one thing about it is that, if I'm not mistaken, he even stated that him and Brian were just friends. So I
Mm.
don't know what has happened from there. Well, excuse me. I do know that, sometimes people do have in their heads that, okay, we say we friends right now, but um, I'm gonna get you one way or the other. But he didn't even seem like that type of guy. Like, when I talked to him, he just seemed like he seemed like he had his own personality. And
Mm-hmm.
then, but I do remember Brian, he just brought that up. Like how he
Mm-hmm.
just did not care, like, about, like he said, he did not care about how that guy talked about sexual things in front of I guess
Older
a
people.
elderly couple or elderly
Mm-hmm.
lady.
Mm-hmm.
Brian said that he can't get over that, and he doesn't like
Mm-hmm.
him for that.
Wow.
So he
Lady Eve, we don't know. It has been said that it's Castro. This came from Castro's mouth. Castro said that Tommy told the police officers that he came over there because of that. And now they're making Castro get tested. That's according to Castro, what he said Tommy did. Um,
Mm.
you know, Ro, I don't know if you know anything else about this, but do you know what happened with the guy who found out that he was HIV positive? And Brian had some issues with him when he said he was House of Virginia positive, and Brian kind of got off the phone with him really quickly. Is he in contact with that guy? Or did he just leave that guy alone?
From what I knew, maybe he just left him alone because after he had talked about, I had brought that situation up. Um, and I remember, I'm just like, I had called him or something like that, and he was like, "Oh, let me hang." Like he discarded him so quickly. Like when I was like, "No, don't do him like that." He's like, shoot, this guy after him basically, and then he was just ready to be on the phone with me, and I was like, "Dang, you gonna do him like that?" Okay, I mean, I don't, you don't do him like that. I mean, because he seemed, Brian act like he liked him. He said he could get over the fact that he had HIV. That's what he was saying. He was like, "Yeah,
Mhm.
HIV isn't something that I will be with somebody that has it." So I don't know why that guy was. He told him, and then Brian went to bringing his stuff up here, saying, "Oh God," he said that he had HIV, and he seemed like he wasn't like kind of there for him. The guy had like found it out, and he was like
Mhm.
kind of feeling away. Then Brian seemed like he was distant, and like I think he even said that, that he was real, just
Mhm.
the
I
way he was
remember.
with him
I
is,
remember,
was
and
like
a lot of people hit him on that. It was like, well, this is supposed to be your friend. Is this how you do your friend? And again, with friends like these, who needs enemies, bro? I mean, and I'm just being real. So he's trying to pull this thing with Stump Down, and I'm like, baby, let me tell you something. You ain't gonna pull it with Stump Down. You ain't gonna pull it with Five Baby. You ain't pulling it with none of these people. Because I'm at the point now where I don't care. I didn't care back then. I used to fight because it was the beef sector, baby. I don't need to do that now. I don't. I just come on and I do what I got to do. And again, I was saying you concerned about Stump Down, but you just had that boy bust your window and you didn't do nothing about it. So,
yeah. I mean, I don't. That's why I was like, is it a coping mechanism? Because I know if I had that situation happen, and I know I thought he had stuff to do. Like, remember he got to go to physical therapy and all of that. I
So
wouldn't be
don't
thinking
he
really about
don't
all
excuse
this
me,
other stuff on
don't he
YouTube.
gotta go to work because he be looking at the people do the ATM machine? It's
Yeah,
so
I
much
would have
going
been.
on.
I would have
And
been
then my
on
thing is, and then a lot
that.
of people be like, well, how you working? But you at the beach at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning. Girl, honey, these girls was nothing nice over here. And he was fighting with them. And I'm like, well, they asking questions. Because it don't sound like legit to them. And then Demons O came up and she was asking questions. And I was trying to be like, hold on, Demons O, because he seemed like he was getting a little touch in his spirit, honey. Okay, because Demons O was asking questions too. What's up, Demons O?
Hey, boo. Unless he was
Roll
doing
me
something
your
that
phone.
he had no business doing. Oh, okay, boo.
But yeah, I was over there. I went over there and visit Castro the other day, and of course, they called me row identified, and I had to defend that or whatever. But Castro wasn't pleased with you earlier. With you,
Who?
row.
Oh, he wasn't
You said
pleased with
you
Raw?
said
Why
Castro
wasn't
was
he
what?
pleased with Raw? Why
Oh
wasn't he
yeah,
pleased with Raw?
And he
I
was
don't mess
calling.
with Castro no
Yeah,
more.
he just said, yeah, y'all, yeah. And I told Brian he need to remember the peace treaty, but the people told Brian that he broke the treaty because he let Castro cuss you out, but Brian disagreed.
Well, see, well, no, you know what? When Castro started
Well,
yelling out, putting personal information, I don't really mess with
why did Castro cuss Roe out?
Well, Brian said that Roe actually started with Castro from the very beginning, getting in his relationship with Tommy and other stuff, which I don't remember it that way, but I can't.
Well,
Roe has to tell us that
but who put the relationship out?
Tommy and Castro.
Oh, okay. I'm tired of people blaming other folk for their stuff. Again, I can see if somebody doxed you. I can see if somebody intruded in your space. But these people are bringing this out. Like, is it Castro? I mean, is it our fault because Castro came out and said what he just said a couple of hours ago on Brian's platform?
I told them I was gonna hold you accountable. I remember, Ro, because they wanted to see if I was gonna hold you accountable because he said that you was the one who brought up the house in Virginia and was starting stuff with them and accused him of having it. I was like, what? Not my Ro.
I didn't say that. I never said that.
And they said
So
Ro.
what happened? Whatever I did, okay, I'll claim messy if that's what people think. What I said was, and he stated it over there too. Something that happened in a previous live of what he said. This is what I don't understand about people. If you said it, it's just like, okay, and at the time, people wanted to say, oh, Ro, you was being messy. Okay, if I was being messy, I was being messy then, if that's what you think. But what I said was Castro stated that he was having something going on mentally. I never stated anything about anything dealing with the House of Virginia. I never said anything like that. I said mentally. That's what he stated in a video that he made. I don't care how he felt about it. He said that he was going through something mentally. I don't understand why now it's something like, what are you trying to hide? But he's not trying to hide it no more. He just said that he has mental challenges. That's what he said. To the point where it's at retardation. That's what he has stated. And he just stated he was saying things about this House of Virginia.
Castro got
So what do
mental
you expect
retardation.
to happen from this?
Castro got it's close to mental R word.
That's what he stated. That's what he said. That's why I'm not messing with him
Shit,
no
he
more.
need to be
I'm
getting him
not.
a check then. Now, he need to go get him a check if he got diagnosed and shit. Help
He
out.
already did. That's why he's mad at Jay Wilson and stuff like that. It's because he's saying that he's getting picked on for because he is receiving this type of stuff from the government, and this is
Well, now, I knew
that's
he
his
blew
life.
up his food stamp renewal form, which I advised him not to do that. He got mad at me because he said I was doing too much. I was like, well, nah, that's just crazy. The turn down. He said, well, they ain't gonna do it, but kick you off when you start working. I said, okay, well, get them until you start working. And I said, plus, you stand with somebody that could be an asset to left the house. He didn't like me because he said I brought up his personal business. I said, well, I wouldn't have known who you were staying with if y'all hadn't have told me. But we seem to get back from that. But yeah, when he said that about the health, I said, not my Roro. And Brian was like, you act like he perfect.
But no, this is the thing though. See, Castro, he knew exactly what I said. And I never said it. He started going by what everybody else was saying. That was saying I was yelling out House of Virginia. I never said that. You can hear exactly what I said. Where was I? I guess we was at Brianna or Pizarro's. I think we was at Pizarro's. And you can see it, you can hear exactly what I said. I said that I was trying to help the situation. I mean, it was already messed up enough, right? Didn't he already beat on him before that? But I was trying to. I think this was before he got beat on. But I said, I was like, look, he said that he's going through something. Maybe this was something that Castro maybe didn't want to tell him, but if Tommy knew, then maybe that could have helped. Made Tommy, well, let me be easier with him. Let me be more patient with him. I didn't know it was going to turn into hell. I mean, it shouldn't have. I feel like it shouldn't. I know if it's somebody that likes me, I will hope that if we trying to get something started and I had some type of defect or I was going through something. He said he was going through something mentally. I would have said, okay, maybe this is gonna help my lover treat me a little better. I mean, where is
Well,
House
again,
of Virginia in
Ro,
any of that?
again,
These
Ro,
people are messy and wanted that
again,
to be
Ro.
it.
You
Yeah.
you either want YouTube or your relationship, and he chose YouTube.
Yeah. And Castro said a long time ago, he said that he wasn't gonna bring the whole thing with Tommy on YouTube. That's what he said at the beginning of it. Maybe that was probably the best choice. He was like, yeah, I ain't even gonna say who he is, but then all of it just came out. We all of a
Mhm.
sudden knew this man named Tommy from this sector. He came about. So I mean,
But my thing is this: with
it is
friends
what it
like
is.
y'all, who needs an enemy? And my thing is, y'all can't even be a friend to yourself, much more than a friend to somebody else, and that's the problem. And Ro, I let me say this, Ro. I'm telling you, you missed the bullet, baby. You dodged the bullet. I don't know, Ro. I don't even. I'm sorry if you missed. Oh, I don't know. I ain't trying to mess up nobody's stuff, but I don't know, Ro. I'm
Well, I'm
telling
not
you.
going anywhere. I'm gonna see Ro in Atlanta, so I don't care what they
Well, I don't
say.
know, bro. I don't know, cause I'm being real, bro.
I
This
see what
this
you
this
mean
this, this,
exactly,
this
Pastor.
busting out
I'm
this
gonna do some
window and
thinking.
stuff, and it seems like it's everybody's fault. It seems like it's everybody, and no, I mean, it just don't seem right to me. It's not. Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. I don't know, bro.
Did you
So
talk
that's all
about
I'm
what
saying.
they were saying? Because you told me you heard it when they was. I told them I'm not gonna be the one to tell Pastor, but the streets gonna tell Pastor about how you in Mississippi ended. Because he went ahead and said the day. I said, but Brian, you can't go over there and get mad now if Pastor bring it up because you over here saying it. I mean,
What happened, baby?
Oh, I thought you knew about it. Oh, see.
Mm-mm.
Oh, well.
What happened?
Let Brian tell you, child.
It ended because of what?
Well, they had a disagreement in Mississippi. They did some damage to an item of in Brian's
Oh,
home. So
this is the first time they broke up.
no, no, no. This is just the reason why they not. I mean, part of the way they ended just recently. When he just told us that they weren't talking no more about kids and all that, but that it was some things that happened that same day with the arguing that made them not. And
What
I think
happened the
that may
same
share.
day?
I think
Well,
that may share.
girl, what happened the same day?
Well, I think it was the same day because they got into an argument, and Brian said Mississippi threw something at his new 65-inch TV that Brian had worked so hard to get. He was excited. He had a show lined up to watch. Well, evidently it was something they was talking about, and I'm assuming it must have been part of these uncomfortable conversations because it just happened. And I said, oh, so this is why you taking it light on Homework Guy. Maybe you feel because can you remember he kept saying earlier, all of us have lost control. And I was like, well, that's a nice attitude. Well, it turns out that when he broke Brian's TV. Brian went and keyed Mississippi car to revenge. So
Lord
I
Jesus.
think he probably felt like I know it's like somebody push you and lose control. whatever he said or whatever
Baby,
happened
these
with
girls, what's wrong with them?
well, he
What's
said
wrong
whatever
with
happened with a homework guy. He said he understood why he was knocking on the door, and he understood. He got enraged, and he ain't seen him that upset. And so I said, oh, so that's what you were saying when you was like, well, everybody lose control, so he just gotta pay me. I'm not gonna get no high claim. I'm gonna give him. He gonna pay me what exactly I paid for. And he might be late coming over here because he said somebody was coming to do his thing in the actual at his home, which is convenient. But he said he was gonna come over here later, so he might still be getting his
Girl,
money.
I hope they doing it because it's raining in Houston.
Right, it is. It was
Girl,
raining
I
when
heard it's
we was
raining in
on his
Houston,
live.
girl. Well,
Yeah,
my
I
thing is
told
this
him.
though. Is he gonna make homework man pay for it? And let me tell you something. I'll believe it when I
Yeah,
see it.
but he said
Okay.
he ain't gonna tell him no wrong amount. Like I told him, go get a high estimate for your inconvenience, and at least for your sandwich and your drink that you went in 7-Eleven and got, because you was over there for a while after the incident. And he said, no, I'm gonna do the right thing because I know it's like to lose control. He can just pay me exactly what I spent. I said, well,
Hmm.
okay.
It seems like this has happened before. So it is what it is, baby. I'm with you, Ro. I'm not used to this kind of stuff. So, maybe people
Yeah.
just used to it and they get used to this. I ain't used to people abusing me and abusing my stuff. Well, I wish somebody would do my linking like that, girl,
But Rose
honey.
said, Brian was so excited about his big screen. He was like, whatever it happened, oh boy, lost control and threw something at it and it cracked it. So he said he just lost it. He keyed his car, did a couple of things, as a response. So I don't know what else happened after that, but that's how they ended it. So
Girl, it sounds like this is a
But
customary thing. Jesus.
but see what he said today was he was getting his strength back, right? I thought he was just saying like he was like, yeah, I just got out of the hospital and I'm just trying to get myself right. But then you over here and you going through all this with this Mississippi and now you done moved on,
And homework,
and
man.
you stayed somewhere with him all night on the beach. Hold on, then
On the
this
beach,
morning,
girl. That's what I'm saying. At 3 and 2 o'clock in the morning.
what's going on? Oh, okay.
Girl, so
Okay.
anyway,
All right.
again, and my thing is this. Y'all put it out here. Nobody ain't say come click on the link, baby. Honey, these girls is doing a lot. Now, let me say this to you all. I don't care who's talking about me tonight. Let them talk. I hope they get the money they need. I hope they get the clicks and views. Y'all, I'm to the point now where I'm Gen X and I don't care. Y'all know I don't. I really don't. And let these people do what they need to do. All people want is your attention and you to fight with them. Baby, I don't want to fight with nobody. But my thing is, y'all put stuff out here. Again, I can understand if somebody docked you or got your information and did something. But baby, these people are putting this stuff out here free will, honey. Free will. And I'm like, what is wrong with y'all? Like with that Castro thing, I'm like, I got breaking news. Really? Really? You know that breaking news is about you too, right? Okay. I wonder what other party favors homework man be handing out. If just weeds that, baby, I don't know. Well, I can't say that because I don't think Brian can't do that. I don't think that would be, I'm not putting that jacket on him. I don't know what homework man does. I know he go on trips and be bringing stuff back, but that's what Brian said. So my thing is homework man is giving me very much Fleece Johnson prison tea. Okay, I done gave you a honey bun and some ramen noodles. How you gonna pay that back? Oh, okay. Well, you're gonna have to pay one way, baby. It just don't. I'm telling you, it just sounds real like yeah. And then Demus, oh, I understand what you're saying, but baby, you done busted somebody's window out. And my thing is this. He called his sister Demus O. Now his
I
sister
know
was
what
just
that's like to be
down.
the sibling of a wild younger brother, and they don't understand. Like, okay, we don't want to get involved, but you calling us, you telling us something like this. We're gonna expect for a follow up, and then what happens is they don't want to talk about it, they want to close it out. But now you called me about it like it was an immediate response, and then you don't get no follow through. They don't want to listen to nothing you got to say. I don't know what the hell you
But I
called me
don't
for.
think
I
he
pray,
told the
sister.
sister
I
everything.
understand that.
He
Yeah,
didn't
I
tell the sister
understand.
everything though, because baby, that story wasn't adding
But
up
we
for
don't
me.
always want to know everything because then they act like they don't want no solution. And they say for us to be the actually be there in time of need when it's usually haphazard and poorly planned. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Girl. Well, look, Ro,
Oh,
look, it's deep, but Ro, I'm gonna see you in October. Ooh, the band look good,
absolutely,
Ro.
yeah.
Ooh, the band look good, Ro. Ooh, and hot
Bro, you
ice.
better. I want you to have a good time, bro. But I need you. You been having sowing your oats and everything. But all the women gonna be there for Mike Vick. That means gonna be some other things that they looking for too. So I want you to make sure you be on your best behavior, bro. Don't turn it too much. Just Jay Wilson might know some
Baby,
nice,
this is our
mature
homecoming.
men
This
for
is
you.
home, baby. This is homecoming. Ooh, and the band look
Well, you
good.
told me
And
you was gonna find. I thought I asked you about any kind of mature alumni that you could make. Cause Rhoda need him a nice, mature, calm man that got something to lose.
you know what though? But Ro is in the Hampton Roads area. I mean, child, you can go to the grocery store and get a man.
Yeah, Pastor,
In the
yes.
Hampton Road, baby. Everybody is black. It's very black dominated. But the homecoming is gonna be really good this year. Ooh, I done seen the band. The band look good. The dancers look good. The
It
campus
ain't
look
no
good.
family gatherings for like in particular in there. Like you don't have any
Well,
family quote unquote.
they're gonna have a day party. They're gonna have the step show. They're gonna have an alumni
No, when I say
function.
family, I mean LGBTQIA alumni, maybe particularly.
Yeah, this is a black school. You can tell by
Oh,
Well, I mean, yeah, I know
everybody,
how progressive
look,
they was over there on the
everybody mingle together. Everybody mingle together. Everybody mingle together.
yeah.
Yeah, I was just trying to get a little, exclusive for Ro to find him a nice eligible candidate
Mhm.
that's calm and got something to lose, like Ro.
Nah, it's somebody. Oh no, I ain't gonna lie. It's somebody who was in organization, and I just kind of found out that this boy was gay, and he was trying to harm me. Oh, I got somebody, and I'm like no, but bro, he live in DC.
Oh, he's in DC.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, bro, you
Okay.
know what, bro? I got his picture in the yearbook. look, bro. I'll show you the yearbook. I don't know if you go, but let me tell you something, bro. Everybody gonna be there though, cause that Michael Vick thing, everybody gonna be there.
It's big,
Everybody gonna be there.
Pastor,
Oh, it's
yeah.
gonna be really big. Yeah, everybody gonna be there. Oh my God, everybody's going to be there. So already, let me tell you what, it's gonna be so big that they are giving free parking at MacArthur, and you can ride the train free if you're going to the Norfolk State game. And if you have your ticket, you can get on the train free. That's how big it is, because they don't want all those cars on the campus, because that's how many people is gonna be there.
Oh, I want this to be Pastor. This gonna be a
So it's gonna
nice
be huge.
event. I want to do the day party too, because
Ooh, let me tell you something.
he said it was gonna be a party before the
Yeah, bro. Now I don't know how. Last time we went, it was a day party, and when I tell you that day party was on and popping. So if it's anything like it was the year I went, it's gonna be even better. I enjoyed it, and then we wound up going to the Eastern Shores. I ain't gonna ever forget. So me and Boo went to the Eastern Shores, and when I tell you to the seafood place, ooh, the seafood place was so good. And then we crashed the Usher anniversary at this church because we heard it on the radio, and I said, let's go to that. And we went to that Usher anniversary, and baby, when I tell you we had a good time at the Usher anniversary, when I tell you them women can cook.
Oh, they do. Yes, Pastor. I've been to one of the churches down here St. Mark. Oh, that food be really good.
But this is
Especially
on the
when they
Eastern
have the
Shore now. This
party.
is in the country. This is Eastern Shore. This is on the shores, bro.
Oh, Eastern Shore. Okay, now Eastern Shore.
Mm-hmm. Somebody said, Pastor, the lady's drooling over Michael Vick, but the word on the street is he's not even packing a big one down there. Well, baby, I don't know that. Oh, Lord Jesus, I don't even know that. But yes, my boo is coming with me. He loves going to homecoming. My professors know him. They've met him. So yeah, everybody knows who he is. Yeah, so he'll be there.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay, yeah, Pastor.
He'll
This
be
is gonna
there.
be nice. This is gonna be
He's
really
gonna be
nice.
there. So I'm excited. Now I hope they cut all of this weed smoking down. The last time I was about to get contact. They was smoking so much weed.
Oh yeah, now they
Yeah, they
gotta
was
make sure
smoking
they don't want them
so
dogs
much
to come
weed.
out now.
Mm. Well, we're gonna see what we can do. Well, look, Ro, I thank you for coming over here and giving me your opinion on this, and it was very unbiased. I think you spoke, from what you knew. And I just, and I hope everything works out. I just hope that his window is fixed and everything is right. You know what I'm saying? I hope his radio is, because a lot of stuff goes on with them back windows. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
that, and it's
Jay
just
Wilson, can
the
you
beauty
ask?
of it.
Hold on, somebody say Jay Wilson. Can you ask Ro? Does he think Brian and Homework hunched?
That could be it. I mean, yeah, I would definitely put that in there because if it did happen, if they did end up doing something, that could be the homework guy like saying, "Oh no, you ain't just gonna give me something and not give me more." If
Mm,
he did, because I know they had did something beforehand, and sometimes people just like they be in that mode of saying, "Oh no, we done did something before. I'm gonna get you." Like even though I was we said yeah, we just was gonna do this, be this.
mm,
it ain't all that stuff that he has brought for Brian.
mm,
Brian just thinking like, oh shoot, if he want to give it to me, oh hell, let him give it to me. But sometimes people are calculating that they put in that little imaginary book of saying, oh, you owe me. You gonna give me what I want.
mm.
So I don't know if they did. He said, from what he said, they haven't did anything, but one time, sometime
One
one time
time, baby. That's the first time. No, that may be the baby. One time. One time. Mm.
yeah. But this is just wild. Like
More, more,
I don't.
more.
But it
How
does
you
make you lose
like
your mind
it?
sometimes if you
Baby, it's
break
a lot.
somebody's
Well,
heart.
my thing is this though. I ain't gonna. I couldn't. I can't see busting somebody's window out though. I mean that's drastic, Ro. That is drastic. So it is what it is. But Ro, I appreciate you coming over here. Thank you for
Thank
coming
you.
on, Ro.
Oh, you're
Um,
welcome, Pastor.
when you coming back on, Ro?
I may come on a little later because I did have the show that I'm reviewing, Pastor. I got to talk about that show. Oh, it's good. It
What
is
show
so
you
good.
reviewing?
The Dollhouse with all the transgender women. Pastor is good, Pastor. I don't know,
It's called The
like if you can.
Dollhouse.
Yes, and when I tell you,
Is it on
I could.
Netflix?
No, actually, it's on one of them like a peacock, but it's called now that's TV.
Okay,
And
okay.
yeah, and it's a nice little price, $7.99. And I got to say, Pastor, that show is worth it. Like the the characters in it, like right now, it's really popping off. Like I said, hold on, I didn't know it was this good.
Mm.
So I was
Okay,
ready
some
to
people,
binge.
yep. Jaguar said it is good. It is good.
Yeah,
So
I did not. I'm telling. I was participating in it, and I don't know if you've like ever heard of Sydney Star Passer, but yeah, Sydney Star is really good in that show too. Like she's
okay.
funny.
It sounds good, bro. Well, look, I gotta watch your reviews. I might have to watch it, bro. So, well, look, bro, I gotta make a phone call. It's almost that time. But I thank you, bro, for
Oh,
coming over. And Ro, I might come over
you're
there just
welcome.
to see how you talking. I might, not to jump in, but just to say hey.
Okay, I appreciate that, Pastor. Thank you.
Okay, well, Ro, thank you
Yeah.
for coming on, and y'all thank y'all for coming on. I got to make a call, so thanks again, Rody, Miss O. Thank y'all, appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night. Bye.
Bye, Pastor. All right, everybody.